If you haven't noticed by the screen, it has been quite a while, folks. Probably far too long. Maybe 3 weeks, almost a month now. Life has just been kind of busy, but as promised, we are starting a new account today. That's right, our offensive only account. Brand new account. We're going to try to make it relatively free to play for the most part. And kind of give a little bit of the rules, I suppose. So first off, according to our rules, it is going to be focused on offense only. Exactly what that means is we're going to be focusing on barracks, spell factories, heroes, army camps, clan castles, and troops and spells as well in the research or in the, what is it called, factory? Not factory, laboratory. When builders aren't busy on offenses, we'll focus on storages, productions, and then key defenses, as well as walls. No particular order, but like I said, once we pretty much get all of our offense upgraded per town hall, then we shall upgrade to the next town hall. We're not going to sit there and upgrade defenses like crazy, any of our stuff like crazy. The only caveat might be storages, just because if we don't have enough loot to upgrade our offenses, then we clearly can't do anything. So it's going to be very strict on the offense only, slightly less strict on the defense and all that stuff. But like I said, we'll see as the series goes on what that looks like. You guys let me know if there's any other rules we should put into place and what you think about it in the comments, of course. Stream, that's a transition that our friend Tiago Rookie has made for us. I decided to throw it in the video. Let me know what you guys think of it. Maybe we'll make it kind of like an intro video. I know a lot of people in the content field do it, so you guys let me know what you think of it, of course. And we're going to kind of speed through the tutorial a little bit and just kind of talk about what's been going on with life, I guess, as that's going through. Of course, we're not going to waste any gems because we're going to try to keep this account relatively free to play, meaning that we need all of those gems to increase our builders and yada, yada, yada. But like I said, life has just been busy trying to get some personal stuff taken care of, professional stuff and things like that. So that's kind of why I've been out of the loop. We have been doing some streams, but it has been a minute since we made a video. So I figured it was finally time to get a video out there just in time for new stuff coming out. There's a bunch of stuff in Clash and Boom Beach and everything else, as well as some other games that we are also doing stuff with. So excited for it, excited to explore this series with you guys. You guys will have to let me know what you think of it, what you guys are interested in seeing and whatnot, and we'll kind of figure it out from there. But here we are, kind of still breaking through, getting all this stuff figured out. Did I speed through that? Yes, I did. Okay, I just thought so. But yeah, by the time this video comes out, I think tomorrow will be a new event, and just in time, I won't spoil it, but tomorrow's video, which will be another Clash video, the new event with the Grand Warden's new epic abilities coming out. Fireball is what I think it is. It's an offensive based move. Plus there's some new goodies and all that stuff to get. The Giant Gauntlet also came out to the game, so once again, don't want to spoil everything. You guys will see what's looking on the Town Hall 10 account. You guys haven't seen it, like I said, in about a month now, so lots of grinding has been happening on that account, and I am pleasantly surprised as far as we've made it on the account. So, but we'll kind of separate the two. Sometimes we'll do Town Hall 10 videos or whatever town hall we're at on that account, and then we'll do the focus on this. But you guys let me know what you guys think. There's going to be a lot of jumping around in these videos just because it's it's a multitude of different days, because clearly we're not spending a whole lot of time on this account. We jump on, upgrade some stuff, and then we hop off it. So let me know if you guys like these full raw pretty much edit videos that shows exactly what's being built at the time and then jumping to basically the new upgrade and so on and so forth, or if you guys kind of like want us to treat it in a similar sense to how the Town Hall 10 video's been or the main account's been, where you guys just see, I guess, progress over a week, not necessarily raw footage of exactly all of our stuff that's going on. So, and that includes attacks and stuff that you guys will see here soon. If you guys want to see every attack that we do, whether it's NPC bases or player bases and all that stuff, we'll talk about that later in the video. But yeah, this is going to be just a lot of raw footage in this first video or two. I've basically been recording the account progress for the last, like I said, 3 weeks or so now. so these videos might look a little bit dated by the time you guys see them, but they should eventually catch up because we are putting multiple days on top of each other per video. That being said, some of the videos will be longer for these series, so let me know what you guys think of those longer ended videos that are, you know, upwards in the 20-25 minute range, if that's something you guys are interested in, or if we should shorten it, you know, which would of course make the series a little bit further behind for longer. But let me know how you guys feel about that, of course. Taking on an NPC base right here, first base Goblin Outpost. And on most of our beginning stuff will basically be the NPC bases, just because it's just enough loot to get us started. We don't want to take away that, I think you get 3-day shield in the beginning of your game, just so we can slowly build up and kind of push upon the early stage town halls, because there's nothing crazy to get out of them, really. We're also going to show off a little bit of this tab as well. There will be some points where I miss a little bit of the stuff, but for the most part, we'll show the progress of how that's doing. Clearly, some stuff is going to be harder or take a lot longer for us to get, just because some of it is like defense oriented and stuff like that. So we'll see. I'm trying to get as much of it as we can, because there are some good loot and potions and stuff you can get out of that free-to-play roadmap, whatever you want to call it, achievements of sorts. But yeah, we of course have Town Hall 3 that we're thinking about going to. But like I said, each Town Hall we're going to focus on getting all of our offenses. We will not move to the next Town Hall until our offenses are pretty much all done. Once we get to the later Town Halls, maybe the laboratories won't get finished, because as you guys know, the laboratories generally take longer to do than the rest of the buildings in the Town Hall level, so we'll kind of play it by ear. Like I said, later in the series it might be a little bit more difficult to keep up with this, because the troops will always be slower to upgrade than the rest of the Town Hall stuff. But maybe because we're so far behind on the defenses, maybe it'll work itself out. It'll kind of play much like Boom Beach, which in those later levels you'll see some of the defenses and stuff do end up getting maxed out. Just because that's just how the game plays. There's only one laboratory, but you have 4, 5, sometimes 6 builders, so it makes a lot of sense. I don't think in this video we're going to talk about the new clan that of course we created. We did create a sister clan. I might put it in the description of this video. It is of course going to be Mini Nova. If anybody's interested for rushed accounts, brand new accounts, new players, anything of that nature, we open you with welcome arms. We also have SuperNova if you're a little bit more experienced, and really a lot of our players kind of swap between the two, so there is no strict adherence to which one you're allowed to be a part of. It's just kind of the way we're setting everything up. But basically every single one of our gems that we get from the achievements and anything else that we get gems from, removing obstacles, all that stuff, are basically going to get kept until we hit our 5th builder. So it'll be a little bit different on the other account. I think we did kind of get the builders a little bit quicker than we'll get them on this account. There will be, like I said, a slight caveat to that, which you'll probably see in episode 2, maybe 3 of this series. I'm going to make it its own playlist and everything, just so if you're missing a couple of the videos or curious to know what the progress looked like, you can always go back within the playlist and all that stuff. So of course, this being the first video, you won't see it, but every subsequent video will probably have that attached to the end of the video if you're curious to see what happened and what's going on with the progress of the account, kind of how we got here, and any questions you may have, of course. So most of this stuff is just me clicking around. I did have to do quite a few editing, but there's probably still some parts of this that are still very clicky of me trying to figure out what's next on the agenda for it. So we'll get better at kind of doing those edits of just random stuff and making that stuff. But here we are. This is actually what I wanted to talk about. We're going to be showing off a lot of NPC hits and a lot of multiplayer hits. You guys let me know if you guys want to see every single hit that gets done, whether it's NPC, multiplayer. We do some clan hits and all that stuff later in the series as well. You guys let me know if that's something you want to see, or if you could care less about that stuff and just move on to watching the upgrade stuff happen. So I think it's fun to do a little bit of both, kind of show some of these NPC bases and how to beat them, of course, more in a raw style, but it's up to you guys at the end of the day. So far, no problems really for the most part. And I think we did skip getting some diamonds right there and post-editing, I'm seeing, but no big deal. Like I said, you guys aren't missing a whole lot. You will probably miss every 1 or 2 seconds of tidbit gameplay. But we're going to show, like I said, a good majority of all this stuff. So, like I said, I know we kind of took a hiatus. We will take another small one here in the next 3 weeks or so, maybe a little bit longer. The family and I are about to move, so gonna be busy in life for a little bit. So if you guys don't see videos for a week or two, it's just because we're trying to set everything up. But once I get all of my stuff set up and our new place, internet and all that good stuff, we will definitely be hitting the road running. We're gonna be going crazy, like I said, on content this year. I'm excited. We're about to hit 500 subscribers. I think at the time of this video we're at 481, 482, something like that. So I'm looking forward to pushing forward and trying to get this account going and seeing just how far we can make it happen. So hold on 1 second. Oh, okay. But yeah, like I said, there might be just small hiatuses of stuff, just because at the end of the day, as much as I love to do this, it doesn't unfortunately pay the bills quite yet. So real life does take a little bit of precedence over it, but does not mean that I want to stop doing it. So, and as you can see, we're kind of just collecting the achievements, free diamonds. The resources that we get from this achievements tab, or whatever you want to call it, are going to be super huge for us later on, just because we don't want to go super crazy with attacking a bunch of people and climbing too quick. Eventually we will have to climb leagues to get those amazing diamonds that you get from the league rewards with crystal masters and all that stuff. So we're going to see if we can push like a town hall. We'll probably start doing that at 7, maybe 8. We're going to start pushing to see if we can get to Masters and maybe Champions League for that big old diamond push if we need to, or gems push. Did unlock our giants finally, which is pretty nice. I don't know if maybe we missed that. Hard to say. All good though. But yeah, we'll be using giants and all that stuff for the beginning of it all. And another easy 3-star, of course. Like I said, the beginning levels are kind of quick. I noticed I was jumping on, I don't know, multiple times per day in the game just to kind of get stuff continuously going. I didn't want to waste too much time. As I'm getting higher up, like I said, this is in the past, so as I'm getting higher up, I definitely realize I am only logging on maybe once, twice a day at the most. Because the upgrades are starting to take a little bit longer. So the videos will feel a little bit less choppy, I think, later in the series when we can actually log on once a day or once every couple days, you know, get our resources and then upgrade and stuff like that. So, and then we'll just do, you know, a video or something like that, kind of showing off the progress, what attacks look like, how people are crushing us, but how we're able to crush other bases and stuff like that. It should be fun altogether. But there we are. We're going to be going to Town Hall. What is that, 4, 3? I missed what it said. We'll see probably in the next clip anyway. But yeah, Town Hall 3 or 4 coming up very clutchly. Nothing, I don't think we get anything super cool until we get our laboratory at Town Hall. Or I'm sorry, not our laboratory. Well, that's nice too, but our spell factory, which I think is Town Hall 5, if I'm not mistaken. So. And most of the attacks right now are kind of just spam. The archers are really great. As you can see, they do die very quickly though. Having some barbs is always good in there as well. And then a giant or two just to tank that damage. Now, I will say, the giants definitely aren't as tanky as you'd hope they'd be. I think their tankiness comes from the amount of numbers that you can get on them, because they're only 5 house space. And of course, our shameless shout out for the video, a little bit late, but if you guys enjoy the content, want to see more of this series, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. It is free. We're getting so close. And turn on those bell notifications. Like I said, we do Clash content, we do Boom Beach content, we do a variety of different games, and we'll probably jump on some other Supercell content. There's also a fantastic game that's coming out, and we'll talk about it probably later in March, because I think the beta for it comes out later, and I might decide to try to do some content on that in the channel. See how people gauge it, and then, you know, if people enjoy it enough, once it fully comes out, we might make it part of our rotation of stuff. A little bit different, but you can play it on mobile, so it is still in the mobile realm, I suppose. And at this point, like I said, we're kind of just trying to collect resources as much as we can, just so we can continue to build stuff up. Now, the resources on the NPC bases are good for the beginning levels, but they do eventually start to get just a little bit less, which is unfortunate. So I did do this with the giant in hopes that he would, and he did for the most part, clear the pathway for the barbarians so that we didn't lose all of our barbarians from those hidden bombs that we know are there. You never make a path like that without having some traps that you can't see and stuff like that. Funny enough, there aren't really any hidden traps in Boom Beach. I would love a troop or something, a spell, a troop, something that maybe allows you to see where traps are. Of course, costing, you know, trooping space or something like that, or a decent amount of spell space, maybe 2 or 3. And if you do it in a spell, maybe it's like an area of effect. I think that'd be kind of cool. Or some way maybe to disarm traps or activate traps without having to completely sacrifice a troop. Just something to think about, and something I've always thought was kind of interesting. A little annoying at points in the Clash of Clans world, but it's not terrible. And there it is, our second army camp. Eventually we'll get our third, but it's nice, getting a nice little boost to our troop housing space. And, oh, we did end up going to 3. Okay, it wasn't 4, it was 3. So we're going to be building that up to get that little bit of extra troop housing space. And yeah, hopefully we'll get to a 4 eventually. I don't think it'll be in this video, but maybe it is by the time you guys see. Who knows, really. And I thought I cut out most of this stuff, but like I said, you're going to see some of the raw footage of me training troops and stuff like that. It should be very far and few between. And as I kind of jog my memory what each video recording was like, it'll be better. So and there we are, focusing a little bit more on our storage. Like I said, in the rules in the beginning, I had talked about the storage strictly because it's hard to, if you don't have enough or storage available, then you can't get enough resources, and then of course you can't upgrade to the next stuff. So it makes sense to be able to at least do our storages up to the required level. That way we can continue to grind out resources and stuff like that. Now, of course, because our production buildings and all that stuff, we can't get as much passive income, so a lot of our resources, pretty much majority of them, will be strictly coming through the amount that we get from either NPC bases or player attacks or clan wars or any of that stuff. You know, same thing with events and any of that nature that comes out. So this one was a little bit interesting. We did the 4 giant split just to have some tankiness, and then of course we used archers as our main attack force here. I don't even know if we had to use too many barbs here, maybe for cleanup purposes, but if we can save some troops in the early stages, saves us time, which of course makes us or allows us to attack even faster, even more. So it's pretty cool. Like I said, this is a Clash of Clans videos, but we do got to talk about all the new stuff that is coming out in other Supercell games. Huge shout out to Boom Beach, who had some new updates with the Boom Pass and the Mega Warship season that came out. Like I said, we'll be doing some videos of that on the channel. We've already done a stream with it, so if that's something that tickles your fancy, as I know there's a big Boom Beach community on the channel, excited to see what that goes with. By the time this video comes out, it will be pretty much the last day of the first season of the Mega season. That was a mouthful, but yeah. So hopefully your guys' grind is doing well with that. And hopefully you guys are excited for the event coming out tomorrow. That's right, the Warden's Epic Ability is coming out as well. I know we had talked about it earlier in the video, but I will be doing a video on that, talking about it a little bit and just seeing kind of what the event has to offer. It looks very similar to the Dragon Festival that was out by the time this video was recorded. I don't think it'll be too much different. It will be nice, I guess, with the resource gains and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that video. Either probably won't be on this account. It'll probably be on the main account that we really show that kind of stuff off, events and stuff like that. But we might see, or you might see some clippets of it throughout the series and stuff like that. Maybe an attack or something that I do, if it falls kind of aligned in it and whatnot. So in that last clip, you guys saw me kind of speed through the walls. Some of the building stuff will kind of just speed through, walls particularly. I'm not going to sit there and go crazy. As we get to the upper town halls, we'll of course start copying some bases, and maybe this account will focus a little bit on base building in a weird sense and see if we can figure out some funky stuff that works for an account that has little defensive capabilities. So stay tuned for that. No promises. I'm not a huge fan of building any base or anything like that, but and I absolutely ate it here. I didn't even realize that these bombs were all going to be there. They pretty much crushed all of our barbs. So now, of course, we have our archers that will be nice to focus on. And they'll kind of be the main driver that finishes this attack off, because those bombs absolutely destroyed all of our mass barbarians that we dropped down. Just goes to show we don't watch really that many tutorials on how to attack some of these bases. So some of it is raw and trying to figure out what the heck happens and how to make things work. So as you see in this video, and ironically enough, I could have sworn I had shown off that we built the clan, but I guess we didn't. Or maybe I got that from, I think I got that from SuperNova, because I think the account went over to SuperNova for a little bit. So that's exactly what it's from. That clan castle, or that those CC troops are from SuperNova. I don't think we've quite built the clan yet. Or maybe we're in SuperNova at the time of this recording. Now I'm throwing myself off. Anyway, we'll show off the clan at some point, whether it's a future video or whatever the case is. So, and we'll talk about it then, but I'm not super tripping about it. If anything, the description of the videos for Clash of Clans will have SuperNova and Mini Nova, if that's something that you guys are interested in joining. Like I said, but with all that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. As per usual, I am the resident dweller of the underworld, the casual player's player, the David to Max Player's Goliath, and I will catch you all next time. Peace.